I was gonna make a gag sound, but that would legitimately make you puke at how gross this thing is. This is a cheap keyboard and mouse combo that I got back in like 2017. It definitely is garbage. Should I upgrade it or not? Did these cheap mechanical keyboards hold up to what you got? So that's what we have here today. One of those cheap mechanical keyboards. It does do a cool little startup animation with the lights on it. The cheap membrane keyboard and a cheaper mechanical keyboard from a more well-known brand like Logitech. This cheaper keyboard here only has yellow lights for some reason. I don't even think you can get this on Amazon, but you can get it through their website. And BZ Future did send me this keyboard, but I have full creative liberties of the review. All of these keyboards are equipped with removable keycaps, and the mechanical ones both have red switches on them. In my opinion, red mechanical switches are probably the best for gaming. They're relatively quiet, so if you're not trying to wake everybody up or annoy everybody on your mic when you're playing games. They also barely require any force to activate the switch, which makes your inputs in games faster than normal. However, brown switches are also very common for a hybrid of gaming and typing, because with brown switches you get a tactile bump to let you know when the key is actuating. But enough talking about how the switches sound, let's just hear them. You ain't gotta be a rocket scientist to say, hey, the cheap membrane one sounds the worst, and not to mention, it feels the worst. The pressure that you need to actuate a key isn't the same throughout the stroke, but things get interesting when you talk about the two mechanical keyboards, because in some ways I think the Logitech has more heft to it, while the EOSO is a little bit more quiet and chill. But that's up to personal preference on that. I think objectively, the Logitech does sound worse in certain ways. Do you hear the keys where they sound hollow? That same issue does not come up on the EOSO keyboard. In my personal opinion, I think the EOSO actually wins against the Logitech, but let's hear them while they're gaming. When it comes to gaming, the differences close significantly between these keyboards, because you aren't hitting the keys as hard while you're playing a game. Also, you're focused on the game itself and not what your keyboard sounds like. But in terms of feel, same with the typing test, the membrane one definitely felt the worst, because you just don't feel like you have consistency in your keystrokes. And because the keys aren't as well stabilized than the mechanical ones, you get a lot of rattle when you move your fingers between them, and it's kind of annoying. And between the two mechanical ones, I mean, they felt pretty similar while I was playing. I think the Logitech actually had a nicer feel of the sound is more satisfying while you're playing. So I think in terms of gaming, the Logitech does win this one. And because you're not hitting the keys as hard, you don't hear that hollowness that you hear while you're typing. I am aware that the Logitech isn't exactly known for their best quality keyboards and their switches, in my opinion. When actually in the $100 range, you should be looking at a company like Keychron, which offers very well built and recommended keyboards by the community. So I'd look to that instead. But if you are sticking to the budget keyboards, see, like, it's impressive though. Like back in 2017, when I got my CM Storm Devastator keyboard, nowadays for the same price, you can get a way better keyboard. And from what I can see, all of those Red Dragon keyboards that you see on Amazon that are cheap, I'm pretty sure EOSO or BZ Future does actually make those keyboards, and then they get rebranded into Red Dragon keyboards. I think that's the case, and don't quote me on that. Even though they sent me this, I find it hard to recommend to anybody who's in the US or in Europe or anything like that who's in my audience. If you were to get one of these keyboards, you're gonna have to pay shipping. And when they sent this to me, it took over a week or two. You could get possibly like the same build quality of keyboard on the same day on Amazon. But even after that, and I didn't convince you just to get a Red Dragon keyboard instead, you could go to BZ Future and use code VEX15 to get another 15% off of it, which I think knocks it down to about $35. And just expect a longer shipping time if you're not, I think, in the East Asia region. Again, I don't know why they sent, I don't know. But there is one thing that bothers me a lot, and that is the size of it. Okay, you do not get function keys, you do not get arrow keys, which is ridiculous. On my keyboard, this is completely essential for me to function, and this might be essential for a lot of you guys as well. But a small keyboard like this is good for travel. But on the BZ Future website, there are also options that have more keys available on them. Obviously, you can look to the Red Dragon ones that I was just talking about. There is other brands that make mechanical keyboards as well that are pretty cheap. So I can't really use this mechanical keyboard. And that's what got me thinking, I think I'll just give it away to one of you guys. I'm gonna restrict the giveaway to US only. And if you wanna enter in to win this EOSO keyboard, I would just say join the Discord in the description. And on the Discord, I'm going to have a channel that is called Keyboard Giveaway. So just go into that channel and then just type in, I want to be entered in. I'm going to pick somebody at random in there. Just like how I didn't have a very good use for this keyboard. If you enter that channel and you win the giveaway, I'm going to DM you and ask you, obviously how you want it to be sent and stuff like that, but also that you are going to use this keyboard. I want somebody to actually be able to use it. And sadly, I don't see that many people that actually could use this. So be honest with yourself. Is this compact layout good? Good luck with the giveaway, and I hopefully you enjoy this review. These cheap mechanical keyboards seem like they're worth it, especially an upgrade over a membrane one. I guess we can get so focused on just like computer components that we could neglect the peripherals that we interact with all the time, like our monitors, our keyboards, our mice, our mouse pads, and stuff like that. But if I'm being honest, for me, a keyboard is kind of a function over form thing. My keyboard does what it needs to do, and there isn't that much of a reason to upgrade it. Good luck, and hopefully you enjoyed. See you in the next video. Peace.